right, and oh, there it is. I didn't test it before. Welcome back to the Nexus Gaming Series. I am Bahamut. There we are. We are currently going into making sure all my audio, everything's going through. It looks like we are good. Let's get some music on this. We currently have a Heroic Division matchup on our hands. On the left, we have Luxorian Sun, and on the right, we have Team Name Change. And while we have the ban phase going on here, let's go ahead and just kind of burn through the draft. Yeah, Tempest, this is the debut party for them. So the coin flip was won by Team Name Change. They banned out Cursed Hollow. Luxorian Sun then banned out Tomb of the Spider Queen. First map was chosen by Team Name Change. It's gonna be Towers of Doom, and second map is going to be Sky Temple, chosen by Luxorian Sun. Phoenix is enabled, and I do want to note that, but it looks like they have first pick, and they just don't even want. They're just like, let's take this off the table. No draft kind of like, you know, ooh, we're gonna try and see what you ban out and maybe force the Phoenix. No, they're just like, take it off the table. It's gone. Choose what you don't want to deal with at this point. So I wouldn't say it's, you know, giving it over or something, but yeah, it's one of those things. I'm just like, you could play around this, but either way, if they don't have it practiced or anything like that, they'll take it off. Now, Medivh being banned out here, not a bad idea either. I've seen some strong play coming out from him in the past few weeks and being a high priority, especially on a map like this. Towers of Doom can be real strong for them. I am personally always hoping for Lost Vikings, but just not this too high into the draft. On a map like this, there's just the factor of soaking here. You can play this as a slower map, and so the one thing I was going to kind of note here is that Abathur is available. It is something that we've seen high in the priority. There haven't been a whole lot of Abathur Hunter heroes, and on a map like this, he can play relatively safe. So I really do. I like it early, but I don't think it's maybe a priority for these teams. They're not going to be trying to steal it away from the other one. It's going to be the Stukov, though. Now, in the games yesterday, in Division A and D, we saw a heavy priority. Hey, Man B, how you doing? Thanks for swinging by. So we saw a heavy priority under the Maiev. Stukov was in the top of the draft. He seemed to be the favored healers amongst as well. There was some Uther for some stun blow-up compositions, as well as Malfurion. Those three healers saw a lot of play. I'm not sure if we saw anything outside of those three. I can't recall off the top of my head. Those were Division A and Division D. So just kind of, you know, get an idea of what the meta is kind of shaping up. Each division kind of does their own thing, and then I'd say towards the end of the season, they all start to mesh a little bit. It's just this early pick here. I wonder if they go ahead and try and get that Maiev. Do we see an early prioritization on to the Garrosh as well? As well as Malfurion is available too. We'll see here. They're going to go for the Diablo. Okay. Diablo Maiev. Now this Warden's Cage Apocalypse. Yeah, that's not a good time. That is not something that I would regularly want to deal with it. I expect a Phoenix ban. You were correct on that, Alpha Wolf. Now, so the one thing that I'll note on the Diablo Maiev composition here is it's got a very strong synergy at 10 with the Warden's Cage into Apocalypse, and then we'll look to see some more blow up onto that. We've seen a high priority into Jaina. Towers of Doom is going to be good for her as well. But looking over onto the side of the draft of Luxorian Sun here, they've got their Stukov early. Diablo's picked up on the other side. I wonder if they go for the Garrosh because of the fact that they're going to be taking so much engage into them that you go for that toss for, you know, some peel and separation. And then on top of that, maybe... Ooh, okay, so they're going to go ahead and grab that Garrosh, and then the Hanzo I really like here. The poke that you get from him will be very beneficial. The vision that he does provide will be extremely useful for the team. I'm assuming if they first pick and banned it, they have not practiced it. I mean, I honestly, I would agree with that, Manby. I think that is one of those situations. But I do really like that. So the Stukov Hanzo Garrosh here, I think, is a very strong composition on Towers of Doom. Really good poke coming out from them. It's a nice, well-rounded start to their draft. It doesn't show a ton of what their intentions are. If they're going to play it slow, they're going to play this fast. Oh my God, everyone just popping in here. Our Phoenix I'm the only Phoenix player, and I'm the tank. Yo, Zengaju, hey, how's it going, dude? Thank you for swinging through. I'm doing great. Thank you for coming by. This is the first of 2 matchups we are going to be having this evening. Okay, so let's just go back to this. We have Dehaka being banned out. The global threat is there. They didn't have a solo laner. I do like that. This Malfurion being banned out, I really like this as well. It does synergize with that combo we were talking about with the Diablo Maiev. Now on Towers of Doom, there is a high priority into Junkrat, which he's just been played a lot. There's a lot of maps that are kind of geared toward. A lot of teams are playing maps that work well with his style. I don't think that they would go into the Junkrat here because the displacement might affect that combo. I would look to see maybe more of like a Jaina in this situation, and then I think they could go for Uther, but depending, I mean, there is some prioritization onto the Rhaegar as well. It's really also comfort too, because you could look at doing a Brightwing. Now Brightwing hasn't been played. I haven't seen a Brightwing played. Ooh, I did not think of Alexstrasza. So we are going to get Jaina, just the thicknesses together. And then we're going to get the royal thickness herself, Alexstrasza and Jaina. I do like the control that Alexstrasza offers in this fight. Jaina has really good poke, as well as works with the combo from the Maiev Diablo. Yeah, no, the Alexstrasza with the point control, Dragon Form is really good. Cleansing Flame can be extremely good for even closing a kill, poking at the shrine, or at the altar, excuse me. So we're going to get Tyrael for the solo lane. They're going to need some more damage, though. I actually think that they could go into a Junkrat in this situation. I actually really like the idea of Luxorian Sun picking up a Junkrat for their composition. I think that the poke would be extremely good, especially with the Hanzo. Displacement from the concussion grenade or concussion mine will work with the Garrosh as well. Manbeat, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Ooh, okay. They're gonna go Tyrael. I said Tyrael already. Malthael. I don't know how I just brain farted that hard right there. I do. So for the solo, ooh. So Malthael probably in the, or maybe they do like a 1-3-1 on this map, or like maybe a 1-1-3. Trying to figure out their laning on the side of Luxorian Sun. I do like that draft. I think it's going to be interesting. They've got a few people that can really just get destroyed from Last Rites. Ooh. I just realized, I'm like, but did they take... Blaze is still available. If you take Bunker and you time that out well... Ooh, can you time out Bunker and Last Rites? I don't know what the cooldowns are off the top of my head. Or even on the... I wouldn't know those at the top of my head. The Blaze could mitigate that. Shut down a little bit. I don't know. But then, I mean, Stukov just puts a Lurking Arm underneath. I don't know how I feel about that now. Plus, you'd be just double tanking into a Malthael then. Okay. They'll take it. There's pros and cons to it. Like, I'm for it and I'm also against it. I think there can be... I expect a Leo or a Blaze. You weren't wrong. Actually, I think a Leoric would have been... I think a Leoric would have been pretty big for them. The damage reduction would have been useful. His death on map would be good. He can just, you know, and the slow and the rotations. I honestly don't know who I give this over to. I mean, I'm not saying like the Malthael, like, oh, they got Malthael, that's just it. No, it's one of those things like, we'll have to see. The royal thickness. I had to pluralize it though, just because the Jaina skin worked out with it too. But as we go into this, looking over between the two drafts, post 10, it could be absolutely devastating for them. Granted, it is going to be a lot on the Blaze to make sure that they get, you know, that the bunker down in time for it. I will have to see as this unfolds. We'll get these members in here and we'll be loading into game number 1. Just trying to time that out. All right, we're going to be loading into game number 1 between Luxorian Sun and Team Name Change. On the left side, we have Luxorian Sun with Haze on the Stukov, Electra on the Malthael, Swoop going to be on that Tyrael. Bay State is going to be on the Garrosh, and W the Rock B is going to be on that Hanzo. On the right-hand side, we are going to be having Team Name Change with Beady Buttkiss on the Blaze, Metball 11 on the Jaina, Kawi Sashi on the Maiev, Smitty Werbin on the Alexstrasza, and Divine Fate going to be on the Diablo. Let's get right into this, as we do have a 4-man clash in this mid lane, or excuse me, 5-man clash. I saw Blaze starting to go up, and now he's just kind of just not sure if they're really even going to go in for this. Looks like the two teams, they're not really going to be going in. A little bit of a dive onto Swoop, but he did have that Alduran's Might to get out of there in no time. At this point, we're going to have the Malthael going into that top lane. Blaze should be meeting up there. Yes, Bunker counters last rites. Ooh, okay. And Star Knight, thank you for the compliment. I do appreciate that. All right. Ooh, we have a little bind going on with a couple of the members here. Divine Fate going to be trying to get onto the Stukov. Lux Haze getting out of here. The pings are there trying to just slow him down, as Metball does get that spear on, just in there for a little extra damage, but not enough for the kill that they're looking for. Overall, we are going to be having some rotations coming out, but actually Electra going to be coming down into this mid lane, might be getting caught out. There is a lot of damage coming out from this Jaina. That overpowered, delayed out for a second to make sure that they get a few drops of that Blizzard, and that will be first death of the game going over, or excuse me, first kill of the game going over to Team Name Change, as Luxorian Sun rotates back up here to make sure that they pick up on this experience. And I gotta say, the rotations coming out from Team Name Change at this point are pretty strong. They're already going to be actually dedicating a couple members over to this camp. Going to feed that into the bottom lane. Foxure, this is Heroic Division. It is the top division in the Nexus Gaming series. Typically, I do believe it is Master and above. Someone might be able to correct me on that. But yeah. Alrighty, we do have in this bottom lane, the Sappers going to be spawning. Just going to be pushing in a little bit. Probably going to be cleared out. Catching Hanzo in that rotation right there. It's going to be another kill going over to Team Name Change. And they're starting to play this map a little bit more dominant. I do have to say, they're taking these more aggressive positionings as well as rotations. And this is a worrisome spot, because at this point, Luxorian Sun, I don't know if they're even catching that they're going to be rotating onto these camps, pushing in this hard. Blaze in this top lane has been holding it over fairly well. Looks like Electra and Beady Buttkiss have been pretty evenly matched. Mid lane, we do have that Hanzo just kind of trying to soak this up. A little bit of fight going in, as Swoop getting so low, the toss goes out, and they get the Q off from Kawasashi. Another kill. And at this time, we do have that Tyrael dead for 9 seconds. He will be back up in time for the next altar phase. But overall, I do got to say, the way that they've been playing this dominating fashion, I'm a little worried about this for Luxorian Sun, to see how they're going to be trying to come back. Because the picks that they've been getting in these rotations have been, I wouldn't say devastating by any means, but they're definitely one of those things you're just like, wait, how? You just caught him. And then, so, ooh, actually, we have Bay State going to be going ahead and trying to get the flank there for the interrupt, but they do trade out top and they grab bottom in favor for Team Name Change here. Jaina trying to get a little bit more damage onto Bay State. At this time, I mean, yeah, it looks like Luxorian Sun going to be just kind of turtling up a little bit on this, making sure that they just play this a little bit slower. That there is an experience gap that is starting to form here, and it's about a level, but the thing is, it's a talent tier soon, and that look to see maybe a little bit more of an aggressive play coming out from the members of Team Name Change here, as they're postured up around this camp. Just gonna look for someone maybe between the bottom and mid. Oh, Stukov gonna be checking that bush there. Such a smart move to make sure he did not get caught out. That would have been not the best person to be getting killed there. Beady Buttkiss in the top lane, pushing up against Electra. Overall, I mean, this is going to be the solo lane matchup. Blaze has too much sustain for that for the mouth heal there, and it looks like at this time it's going to just be a little too difficult to really get any value up against him. They are trading out a little bit back and forth here, trying to just pop between these lanes and make sure if we catch any sort of death. But Maltheo pushing and aggressively going to get that healing off of the wave. Now that that wave is gone, though, working on BD Butkus, going to push back a little bit. And the thing is, as we get into the later half of this game, Last Rites could be one of those situations where you get that low in health. I mean, he was at half, and I don't think it's going to take him out completely, but you get that low in health, you don't have tens yourself, that could be a death, or you don't have bunker. But at this point, the way it's looking, Team Name Change is going to be looking to get 10s even before Luxorian Sun can. But we do have Bay State trying to get this. There is the interrupt from a few of the members. Swoop going to go ahead and get right out of here, but there is the Umbral Bind from the Maiev, as it looks like there is the Overpower onto Swoop once again. He has that speed going out. There is the toss going out onto a couple of members in this backline. Garrosh is trying to do as much as he can just to interrupt this, as we do have the dive in from the Divine Fate. We have the Dragon Form coming out from the Alexstrasza. Healing Circle goes down. A lot of damage going on, and that's going to be the Garrosh falling first in this situation. Diablo going to be trying to get Swoop here. They're going to get that Eldruin's Might with just about 90 health. This camp is going to be pushed in. The silence does go out, and this Maiev is trying to get so much. The Healing Circle is right there, and it looks... Oh my god, they get right out. What? How did... Okay, alright. I was just like, Maiev is dead. Maiev is completely dead in this situation. But it does not look like that'll be the case. Now, we do have Luxorian Sun trying to grab these camps, or is actually going to be grabbing these camps here, making sure they get some vision as well with the scouting arrow, and just getting this clear and be able to push this out. But here's the thing, it's stacking up in bottom lane, and I don't know if they can get here in time. These archers... Oh, it's going to be close. But they're not going to be getting that just yet. A little bit of damage that will do it, but Bay State going to be going ahead and getting pulled in here. There is a bunch of damage coming out from the Jaina, trying and the Overpower once again right into that Snowstorm. Barely getting away though with about 300 health. Peeking over into top lane, we do have Electra starting to push into BD Butkus a little bit, but there is that sustain from the kit on the side of the Blaze. 477 health on that fort. That's just, ooh, just need a little hit on that. But at this time, we do have 10s achieved for the members of Team Name Change. One thing I will note really quickly to the members in the audience, we cannot see, there's a UI issue, I cannot see the cooldown numbers, so I do apologize for that. You won't know really what's on cooldown, but at least right now you do know everything is off, as we do have a blow up onto BD Butkus. The bunker does come down. The silence is underneath it though. This is what I was talking about in draft. Once the silence is there, he has no real quick disengage. The toss goes on to Swoop. There is the self-healing, but it's not enough, as we have a Warden's Cage coming out. Doesn't look like any of the members have been pushed into it. We do actually have the Garrosh trying to get out of here, going to be hitting that. We do also have the Apocalypse coming out as well. Don't have anyone falling at this time except for just that Blaze. Altars have been spawning as Maiev is getting a little low. Taunt goes out, and the Sanctification is there as well. That is going to be 2 kills in favor for the members of Luxorian Sun here. They'll go ahead and try and get onto this point, but Alexstrasza has already started channeling it. Though they do have that on a Pale Horse on Maltheo, so that is going to be a whole lot of value for them. And look to see him. That's going to be the last rites, but it was triggered just a little too early, and that will not be a kill or a reduction in the time. Blaze going to be trying to get that charge in. Diablo on this other side of this, going to be going ahead and getting that Shadow Charge. Bunker coming in as well. There is Dragon Form out from Schmitty Werbin, and we do have Lux Bay State going to be getting killed in this, as they do go ahead and pick up this camp. The Dragon Form there, just so powerful, healing up so many of your members, and just the overall control that you can get in a fight there is so big. Bashmart, thank you so much for the donation of those bits. I forgot to push my little button there, but I do not have alerts off, but I will go ahead and do that when we get out of this match. But Lux Haze taking so much damage there. We're going to have a couple of these members getting pulled in with the Umbral Bind. They won't get any sort of follow-up damage. The Rock going to be trying to get some poke out there, also stacking up. Actually, excuse me, the Simple Geometry was already finished. Groundbreaker talent at level 1, by the way, at Garrosh is at 13 out of the 15 stacks needed, so that is really, really close. Swoop not in the best position here. Huge Hanzo are going to come out, but won't be enough to save Swoop, as that will be another kill going over to Team Name Change. They go ahead and they push right into here. The Rock is going to be falling as well. They try and get the Warlord's challenge there, but the Vault of the Warden was just enough to keep Maiev from falling there. Peeking over into top lane really quickly. That's last right's going to go out, and that will be Blaze falling. So 1-for-1 trade, but they don't have Blaze for the next 22 seconds. Okay, we're going to get the toss onto the Diablo. Looks like Bay State going to be just kind of trying to get in here to get the interrupt. And it's actually going to be interrupted by Diablo, but there is the sounds from the Stukov as well as the Eldrain's Might from the Tyrael. Bottom, though, was captured by the members of Team Name Change as the Apocalypse does come out. Does stall them out a little bit here. Wonder if maybe it was supposed to be used in tandem with the Warden's Cages. We do have Garrosh trying to get a pull onto a couple of these members. The taunt goes out. Hayes is going to be going ahead and getting this. There is the Sanctification keeping him alive with just barely a couple hundred health. So we do have Maiev diving in here, trying to at least, but the silence is out, screwing up so many of these members. The Blaze Bunker does come down. Flailing Swipe actually gets the kill onto the Diablo, resetting his stacks, but also we have the kill onto the Maiev, and so this situation... The back and forth between these teams has been amazing, but I do want to note that there was also a Sapper camp that I did believe went in, and they ended up getting 10 shots, or excuse me, only 5 shots off. There was the trade of 3 that the Stukov did get because of the Garrosh, I think, had that Warlord's challenge. Metball maybe scouting out Electra, but not going to be happening there, as we do have BD Buttkiss going to go back into that top lane. Going to be pushing back up against that Malthael. 13-13 in this game. Starting to even up a little bit, though. Luxorian Sun starting to kind of maybe get the pacing of Team Name Change, or just maybe starting to understand their play style. Really interested to see how they pull this off, honestly. It's been a pretty dominant showing from the members of Team Name Change. I will say that from the start of this game, they did have quite a few kills, but in this later half of the game, they're starting to catch a few of these members out of position. B, Buttkiss, going to be scouting out the boss. They're going to try and burn this. This is the benefit of having that Hanzo, and you can see how quickly they're just chunking this boss. They can't even rotate down here. Blaze going to be trying to get... Ooh, there was the Holy Ground to make sure that they get the capture there, but actually stun coming out from Hanzo. Tunk going to be going out as well. The last raise is going to be on the Maiev. It's going to be enough for that kill as Hanzo gets the extra arrow, but we do have an Apocalypse coming out as well. The Rock going to be getting over that wall. Divine Fate a little bit low. The Sanctification comes out as the Alexstrasza goes into the Cleansing Flame, trying to get some damage onto Bay State. And I don't know if it's going to be... It won't be enough. And this will be the Altar Face popping up in top and mid. We're going to have the Blaze going ahead and rotating down here, trying to get the cap on this before the members of Luxorian Sun can respond. The Stukov will be there to interrupt it. And this is going to be a bit of a nuisance for BD Buttkiss. Also, we have Bay State going to be coming down here as well, and I do apologize for missing that kill. So we just have 3 little bashes coming out at this time. Luxorian Sun going to be getting the left side. They're delaying out bottom, and they've delayed out the right side, top right. Looks like Jaina's going to be getting that. Ooh, we do have Maiev getting a little bit of damage onto Bay, but it doesn't look like it'll be enough for the kill. That will be Jaina picking up the bell tower in the top right, and they're going to try and contest this, but I think the zoning from the members of Team Name Change is a little too strong. Smitty Werbin will be going ahead and grabbing the... Oh, I do apologize for missing that one as well. Just Maiev doing secret work that I'm not even catching. Also going to be finishing that level 1 quest as well. Now, bottom lane has been is available. They don't have that Stukov for some of that anti-siege, some of that anti-dive that they offer on the side of Team Name Change. So I'm expecting this. Yeah, this will be a keep going down at this time. Okay, just need a little extra damage. That will give them a few extra shots here. Hanzo, though, in the top lane, going to be trying to get this siege. Actually, going to be getting the siege camp just to add a little lane pressure, try and create some reason for them to be up there. Electra getting cleansed, getting it friendly tossed out of there. Ooh. Actually, no, we do have the Malthael falling there. The toss went on to Swoop. I thought they got the Malthael at the last second, but no, that was Malthael dying there. I didn't even see it. These guys, the kills that they're getting and the way that they're playing is so aggressive. This is insane. Curious to see, do they get caught out in this potential rotation? They don't have this available, so they would have to go through that kind of choke point, but I think they're going to be trying to work that down so they can go ahead and get some more experience, as well as maybe, not take potentially 10 shots here, which will put them down into 5 core health, and it's a little worrisome. Just looking as BD Buckets is going to be scouting out over by that boss, or at least just waiting for the next altars. We do have the Warden's Cage coming out here. Apocalypse will be there as well. Stun going to be going out into a couple. The Maltheo going to be going ahead and getting that last rites, but I do not think it's going to be getting the kill that they want. Sanctification coming down to nullify the Umbral Bind. They keep the pressure in this bottom lane. There are 3 sappers that are potentially going to be able to walk in here. Blaze trying to capture this left side, but Electra going to stall it out for the second as Blaze is doing so much damage with that Pyromania, but the rest of the team is there to go ahead and try and burn him down as they do get the bunker. There is the toss for that initial stun. Maiev, though, and the rest of the team joining in here, trying to get the kill, and they will get the kill onto Bay State. They go ahead and pull in Haze here. Alex Strauss going into the Cleansing Flame. Going to get some healing for the friendly team as Jaina pokes onto a couple of these members. Not going to be getting the kill as expected, but definitely working them down a little bit lower here. They go ahead and get the left side. That is going to be putting their core down to 7 health. And this next one, which it looks like they're going to be getting, we'll put it at 2, and a boss is going to be available in about a minute. And there's also sappers that are available down here on the left, sappers that'll be available in a minute here. They will go ahead and get rid of the control in this tower. But I mean, there's a lot of win conditions here. I mean, if they could potentially open up top and take that, they could take a team fight and take all 3 towers and get 2 shots in that way. I mean, there's a lot of... Yeah, I don't know. The Water Elemental I was a little confused by as well, but the thing is, I mean, it does offer some pokes, some extra brawling for fights. I was like, I didn't even take a second to even talk about it, but that is a good point. Water Elemental, I was waiting for the Ring of Frost, honestly. We do have an engage that's happening right now. They want to try and take this before 20. They get the taunt onto the Diablo. The last rites will be there as well. That will be Diablo falling, giving a cooldown reduction to the Malthael. Maiev getting out of here, or at least trying to slow them. Yep, okay. Mapball going to be trying to get a kill onto... Oh, Bay State. Getting that toss in. There's the Sanctification as well. Maiev going to be going ahead and getting the Vault of the Warden, but that will spell the demise. Boss is going to be up at this time, and with the long death timers, I would think that they would want to quickly run towards the boss. Actually, no, maybe get a kill onto BD Buckets as we have the bunker coming down. There will be the charge right out of there. Jet Propulsion going to save his life. But here's the thing, what I want to note is they should take boss off the table as quickly as possible. With the death timers the way they were. At this point now, I don't know. I don't think they can make all these rotations, get all these plays. Because here's the thing, they can, and I think this is what they're actually doing, they're just going to sneak over to boss. I mean, if they just get this, that's GG for them. They can give this over. They've got 22 health right now. They can get all the sapper camps they want. They only need 2 shots. And I think that's going to be the play. They got to go quick. They're showing in bottom at least. Malthael going to be in this top lane. Self-cleanse will be out. They're trying to get over this wall. The stun will be there to slow them down as they do get some extra damage. That will be Malthael falling, and they do know that they're up here. So they've got some decent control onto this boss. Sanctification is down for the next 24 seconds. Garrosh going to be trying to get in here. The Dragon Form coming out, going to knock them back. The Hanzo Arrow not going to be connecting on anyone. We do have the point available. No one going to be on it just yet. There will be Tyrael jumping onto this. They get the control for a second. Flailing swipe out from the Stukov. They actually get that kill. Garrosh going to be falling though, but there will be the counter kill onto the Jaina. Swoop in a little bit of a bad spot here. Going to be getting the kill onto him as well as the Hanzo. Malthael going to be exploding, so they do not get the boss. They do not get those 4 shots that did spawn. At this point, I mean, it's delayed out, and this is exactly what you want on the side of Luxorian Sun. It's delayed out in their... I would say it's delayed out in their favor, though this top can be burned down relatively quickly, and I wonder if they try and feed in through here. Malthael's going to be back up at this time. Water Elemental is used super well for zoning and deep safe poking by this Jaina. Very true, I do agree with that. I just like the idea of the ring for I just love that beautiful blow up. But we actually have Umbral Bind going onto a couple people. The self-cleanse was there. Not going to be needing it. They're going to try and feed these sappers in, but here's the thing. A couple of the members will be back very, very soon, and ooh, this is going to be tight here. Now, here's the thing I also want to know. If Stukov uses the Lurking Arm, he can stop them from charging. And then that's exactly what we're going to see. It will actually delay them out. Bunker going to be coming down, just try and get this here. And so I really like this. You can use the Lurking Arm. It stops the sappers from actually utilizing their charge, because I guess it's an ability. And you cannot end that way. So they defend this for now. Metball going to be trying to get this in the bottom lane. It's not going to be working out just yet. Asking for some help. Sanctification coming down. Water Elemental just trying to delay this out and also keep Metball alive. They do start to back off. Ice Block going to be used. Swoop on this point. Last Right's going to be on the Jaina. That will be Jaina falling, and that is going to be another altar picked up in favor for the members of Luxorian Sun. And this is, I gotta say, this is Towers of Doom. This is something that is very, very possible and happening. We have the Hellgate going out from the Diablo. We actually have Maiev getting killed here as well, picking up a couple kills. We have the Alexstrasza going to be falling to, I believe, the keep that was just right here. Team name change in this late game is everything seems to go sideways for them. They're trying to get that one little thing to end the game, but every single time they do, it's a little bit too much. Oh my god. Mr. Gracias, thank you for coming by for your friend. It's always good to see a player's friends show up in the chat and, you know, support them. I really do like that. But I wouldn't say this isn't going to be game ending. I can't even say that. But they're going to go ahead and potentially get 3 more shots. There's one. We have the toss going out into the Blaze. Bunker will be coming down. They get another one of those sappers over. Flailing Sweep goes out. They get the last rights as well as just the rest of the blow up, and that is going to be as well that another sapper. So 7-2 at this point. Another set of sappers are going to be walking down this bottom lane. They're not concerned with this top. They're really only concerned with just getting these next sappers in and putting this game to a closer... Yeah, if they get this in, this is literally anyone's game around the next altar. And it looks like that's going to be it. So it's going to be a 2-7 game. Oh, God. Either team can lose this, or either team can win. Like, I don't... Dungstick, hey! Thanks for swinging through, man. So Luxorian Sun, they looks like they're going to be going ahead and sending... Okay, so they send Hanzo over for the cap. Divine Fate trying to go over there. He will have the Shadow Charge in time. Jaina going to be falling at this time. We do currently have... There was the Hellgate used. We also have Smitty Werbing going to go ahead and get into that coming out of the Cleansing Flame. Apocalypse is going to be used. Electra not going to be able to capture at this time. Electra going to be trying to cap it. Oh my god. Malthael with the sneaky cap. And that is going to be game number 1 going over to Luxorian Sun. GG, well played. I don't, like, the comeback in that game was so insane. Did they like sandbag it or something? Like, they played that late game so well. I wish I could see how many last right stacks were on there. I did not check. Oh my god. Thor, hey, what's going on? They don't charge into core ever. Dude. Dunk. Oh my god, Dunk, you're in for a roller coaster. All right. I just want to I'm peeking over just a chat and the vibe, because I got to see some of these fights myself, like, over and over again. This is such awesome plays. Like, I mean, I got to say that I did not expect that from Luxorian Sun to go ahead and pull that back in. It was 2-22 essentially. And that is where everything just went sideways. They were like, they can have that. They can get bought. Oh my god. All right. I think I showed everything for quite some time here. Let's go ahead and get ourselves set up for game number 2. Oh, am I ever excited about this. All right, we're going to be going to Sky Temple. Not rushing boss might cost team name change this game. It's a possibility. Team 2, let's go ahead and get... I can actually invite both teams because one team actually has a... Oh, they're already joining in. Lux, invite to game, swap team. Let me do one thing really quickly, and then The Rock. The Rock is my best friend. Snapskier, thank you for coming by. And team school. Oh, wow, indeed. GG's and wow, like that was such a fun game to cast. I mean, the back and forth between these two, and I honestly what a comeback. I literally delayed my dinner for that game. Well, Zengaju, we have another game. My mom is mad at me now. Oh, I'm so sorry. Tell her that I'm sorry. Pumpkin sappers don't rush the line at bottom core of... Don't rush the line to bomb the core? Huh. But you can also... I thought you can stop them from charging into your forts as well. I thought you could also stop them from charging into your fort with that. Hanzo, oh please, please nerf. Oh, he finished last rites. Okay. He says he finished last rites. Alright, we are waiting for one more member to get in here. Oh! There he is. Alright. Alright, let's go ahead and see. We'll ask the teams if they're ready, and we'll be going into game number 2 here. Last rites is 10 kills, 5 for the 20. Alright, we'll let them know that we are getting ready and going into... I didn't time that out. There we go. Alright, we are at Sky Temple at this point, and this is game number 2. Really quickly, random task, how you doing? Really quickly, just to kind of run you guys through this while we have a little bit of the band face start out here, because it's probably going to be some standards, maybe Phoenix, maybe Medivh, maybe Gera. I mean, we'll see some pretty standards. So, just to catch you guys up, this is game number 2 in our 2 matchup series tonight. This is the first matchup. There will be another matchup in an hour and 15 minutes. There'll be Macro Trash versus 2+2, another Heroic Division matchup. But we've got this last game here between Luxorian Sun versus Team Name Change. Team Name Change is going to go ahead and ban out Dahaka first. It's Phoenix. Oh my god, it's Phoenix. So this is what I was like, to catch you guys up. So the coin flip was won by Team Name Change. They banned out Cursed Hollow. Luxorian Sun banned out Tomb of the Spider Queen. First map was Towers of Doom, as we just saw. That was won by Luxorian Sun. And actually, Team Name Change's map pick. So this is Luxorian Sun's map pick. Maiev going to be picked up first on the side of Team Name Change, but Luxorian Sun going to be getting this Medivh. And in the past, we've seen this be devastating for some teams. I'm really excited to see this. And then we're going to get that Stukov, which in the last game with that flailing swipe, as well as just the overall, the silences and the aggression that they, or the aggression they were able to disengage from with that Stukov was extremely powerful. Another game going to happen? Yes. Yes, another game is going to happen. You can stop them from charging forts with silence, but they don't charge at all in the cross the line pushing into core. Oh, okay. That is true. They have to cross the line. You are correct on that. I was actually combining the two. Thank you. If he completes the 20 minutes, 15 seconds, so it's positive. Oh my god. Just last rites after last rites. But let's get back into this draft here. So we have Maiev first on the side of Team Name Change. I wonder if they go into the same kind of composition or if they try and run something a little bit different. I don't hate the Diablo. Okay, they're gonna grab. Ooh. 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 A lot of good setup here. Play Ana, please. Unfortunately, the way this is shaping up currently, I do not think anyone's going to be playing Ana. So looking at the draft here, they've got some strong damage. They've got Malfurion. They've got ETC. They've got a lot of setup. Ooh. Genji. I was actually thinking that they would go into the Jaina again. Chromie, not a bad idea. They don't have a cleanse. Tracer does work as well. I mean, they're going through all the, like, they're just thinking of all the picks that we can discuss here. I really like that. But I actually kind of like the idea of the Jaina. Tracer Malfurion has been the kind of combo that a lot of people have run together. It's been noted as strong. Maiev into that, I think, could be very beneficial. I still think the Jaina offers a lot of setup with the ETC, though he could be played in a more global sense, so that's always an option as well. But they'll go ahead and take out that Tracer. Not going to want to have to deal with that. I think they take away the Garrosh, honestly. Well, yeah, because the ETC into the Garrosh might be a little difficult to deal with. Or to have, like, because if you every time you power slide in, whoop, you get thrown. Baw, thank you for the follow. I do appreciate that. Thanks for coming by. I think it's the Garrosh, honestly. I think it works well with their composition. We saw it be extremely strong in the last game. Oh, true. Malthea would be really annoying to deal with, and it was pretty annoying. Maiev is a little low on that health. Malfurion can be... I'm sorry, I can see the chat. It's behind my back, and just the captain just went, get wrecked, Electra. Just, oh, captains, thank you. Oh, that makes me feel good. All right, so they're going to need a main tank. They're going to need some damage as well. I think a global would be a great option, in my opinion. I personally love Falstad on this map. I think he's extremely strong. I think Lost Vikings are great in this map. I think Asmodee. There's a lot of good global heroes that I think are strong. I don't think they'll be going in that direction. They've already got Medivh. They've basically got some damage and, you know, a protect. Okay, so they'll take the Diablo and the Hanzo. I like it. It's a lot of good setup. Some good poke. They're going to need a solo lane, though. As well as... team name change. They've got a strong like core for their fight. They're going to need to what's going to be added to that? I personally still think the Jaina would be great here. It works well into the ETC if he is going into a mosh. Even then, the setup from Ring is really beneficial. There's a lot of grouping that can be extremely powerful as well. W the Rock B is actually a professional Roblox player, so he has an unfair advantage in this game. The Rock, how is he? Okay, all right. So we get the Sonya for the solo lane, and we're gonna get Jaina for that setup damage. Okay, I like this. What are they gonna be taking to the Sonya? They've got a cleanse. I was like, maybe do they do Chromie? No. I don't think they do. No, because they still need a solo laner. And they need to go, they have someone to go into that Sonya. Blaze is an option, but you're putting a lot of, okay. It's a lot of, it's just a decent amount of pressure on the Hanzo, though. Granted, Medivh has a lot of good setup. Apocalypse with the Leyline Seal has been a pretty... Oh my god. I'm just thinking, what if we get Combustion, Apocalypse... so Leyline Seal, Apocalypse, Combustion, and Dragon's Arrow. Right? Or Dragon Strike? A-State, thank you for the follow, man. Appreciate that. Alright, let's get into this. All right. I'm too excited about this, honestly. All right. Let me actually form my words first. As we get into this, what I'm looking forward to seeing the most is the Medivh play and how it's going to be dealt with, because I do think it is one of those heroes that is such a nuisance. Now, granted, there are a lot of, I wouldn't say a lot, but there are a couple backline players that I'm wondering if they're just going to be utilizing a lot of the Medivh play just to get into that backline to just get a blow up, or if it's going to be used more as a disengaged... That's the one thing, like, with Medivh, like, I'm always curious to see how they're going to be how they'll utilize their playstyle, how they'll utilize the Medivh playstyle. I cannot even just form words I'm just ready to get into this. There we go. I'm just not even going to complete full sentences. But let's go ahead and get into this. On the left-hand side, up one game, we have Luxorian Sun. We have W the Rock B going to be playing that Hanzo. Electra going to be on the Blaze. We're going to be having Hayes on the Stukov. Bay State going to be on the Diablo. And I try to remember off the top of my head. Swoop going to be on that Medivh. On the right-hand side, we will have team name change with Beady Buttkiss on the Sonya. Kawaii Sashi on the Maiev, Schmitty Werbin on the Malfurion, Metball going to be on the Jaina, and Divine Fate rounding it out on that ETC. Looks like, though, the priority at the beginning of this map will be the Watchtower. I don't know why I'm blanking out on so many words all of a sudden. Maiev going to be trying to go in here. Actually going to be getting the Umbral Bind onto one of the members, pulling the Hanzo in here. Silence coming out, getting a ton of value. Blaze will jump in as well. Some damage coming out, but no deaths just yet, as we do have Sonya going into that solo lane. Electra will be meeting up with her. Mid lane looks like it's going to be... Whoa, Shenanigans, thank you for the host of 17 people. We are currently in our second game of the evening. Or, excuse me, yeah, second game of the first matchup. There we go. This is going to be Luxorian Sun versus Team Name Change. This is the Heroic Division for the Nexus Gaming Series. As we get into this, though, we will have our solo laners in the top. Beady Buttkiss versus Electra, and I'm guessing a 4-man rotation between mid and bottom. Now, I do like how Team Name Change has rotated the Jaina off at this time. Metball going to be going ahead and getting the clear onto this camp, pushing that up. But in response, Hayes and The Rock are going to be going ahead and doing the same on their side. I do like this from both teams, just early, right away, making sure they grab these camps at the 1-minute mark, getting that pressure a little bit quicker on the side of Luxorian Sun. Not a big deal. They had 2 people working on it, though. Snapskier, thank you for that follow. All right, as we have the Umbral Bind going into into Hayes. Medivh going to be getting the portal out, but there's some snow falling down on top of that. Diablo going to be rotating down, trying to get as many of those souls as possible. Really quickly, though, checking in. We have the Hanzo going into the Simple Geometry at level 1, so going to be utilizing that post 7 to burn down a lot of these camps and get a ton of good value with that, just getting that lane pressure consistently. As we also have Diablo 22 stacks into his Black Soulstone. It's going to be a root just to delay him for a couple seconds there. Medivh is looking like he's at 8 out of his 40 necessary Master Touch stacks that are, well, I guess they're baseline. There's no longer Master Touch. Either way, there's no Umbral Bind going to connect there. Power Slide from Divine Fate. Not going to set them up for anything, just getting a little bit of damage onto himself. These teams will just play this pretty safe. It's early game. They're mostly just going to be trying to work up their stacks as well as just get some experience. This will be the first phase. And excuse me, Medivh going to get caught out of position there, losing his stacks. Bay State going to be the next one to fall as Team Name Change starts this game in a dominant fashion, getting 2 kills before the first temple phase activates. Now they're going to be going ahead and rotating over onto the Bruiser camp on the side of Luxorian Sun, and getting this creates a little bit of top lane pressure for them. They'll be able to just have that while these 2 temples will be going. At the same time, though, they'll leave Sonya, I think, in that lane. No, she'll be rotated up into the temple. Gonna go ahead and just get that. And they'll be holding over both of these. This is kind of the same early play as we saw in the last game between these 2 teams. There's the Overpower going out onto Divine Fate. Bay going to be, and the rest of the team going to be moving in here. Umbral Bind going out onto a couple of the members there. There's the ETC getting that Power Slide in. Bay not in the best health right now and going to get the knockback from Divine Fate. That will be a kill going over to the side of Luxorian Sun. Or excuse me, onto Team Name Change as they go in and try and get another kill here. Portal's going to be out just fine. And at this time, they go right back onto the temple. Blaze going to be trying to get onto this top, but he does not have enough health to really solo that as Beady Buttkiss gets the clear onto this camp, as well as get some healing for it. Metball going to be rotating up to get some to help out. We do have Swoop just scouting out the team here, making sure that he can kind of at least count a couple of players on the map. They do see that they're all on that point, so they're going to try and dive onto BD Buckus, as a whole lot of damage is going to be coming out at this time, but it will not be enough to get the value that they're looking for. Do have Maiev going in here trying to get a little bit of damage, but they will be able to hold out on mid. That ETC going to finish that out, be able to rotate the rest of the team up, and they've been holding these both over fairly dominantly. But at this time, it's going to be in favor for the members of Luxorian Sun. Blaze going to be getting that charge, not going to be connecting onto the Maiev as he was looking for. We have Bay going to get pulled back into here as they are trying to get some damage. The portal is there for the exit, and it looks like they're able to disengage from this, but the rest of these shots will be picked up in favor for the members of Team Name Change. All right, and then we're going to be... Mid lane just, this game is, the series is just plagued with very, very low, barely low health towers. We do have Maiev going to be trying to get the pull in onto base state. The root does follow up right underneath. No follow-up damage from the rest of the team as they were trying to get Swoop there. Make sure that Medivh does not finish out on those Arcane Rift stacks. He is currently sitting at 12 out of the necessary 40. Hanzo going to be going ahead and utilizing the quick burst that he has onto these camps, getting the clear onto that. Grabbing that for the Stukov, who is laning in bottom. Going to have to back off, though, at this time, as Hayes is going to be met by a few members from Team Name Change. It looks like they'll be able to get the clear onto this camp fairly quickly. Though still, I want to note that they're doing a phenomenal job of making sure that fort doesn't fall anytime soon. Top lane camp going to be pushing into Electra here, and it looks like he's getting some damage on a BD Buckus, but... with the armor with the spell armor that's there, as well as the little bit of self-healing that Sonya does have, doesn't look like it'll be too much of a problem from her. Pestop, thank you for the follow. I do appreciate that. Thank you for coming by, as we do have the sounds going out into a couple of these members. We have Maiev getting the vault out, not a problem. Portal out from the Medivh. Is there a setup for a kill? They're not going to be going to that backline, because I was like, Maiev is low. Blaze actually going to be falling in top. I do apologize for missing that. Sonya just playing that very aggressively, getting that kill, and also taking out that well, or the minion there. Power slide in from the ETC, gets them 3 kills. And Diablo going to be falling. Or excuse me, okay, the message just popped up late. I was like, wait, no, he did fall already, right? That's huge for them. I gotta say, that power slide was just... that set up so much. That was big for them. I gotta say, that was an insane power. I can't talk enough about it. Either way, they're gonna go ahead and get the burn onto this camp, onto this boss actually, which will be pushing down into the bottom lane. The bottom temple is now activatable. They have 10s in their favor, and it looks like it's about a 2-level lead as well. I don't think they're gonna be able to really contest this. Blaze is up in that top lane, just trying to soak up as much as he possibly can. We have the Maiev going to be going ahead and jumping onto this point. Actually going to switch out Divine Fate potentially, as Medivh looks like he's just going to be floating above the team, getting that vision. Boss going to be pushing into this bottom lane, as well as the temple shooting at as... on top of that, these guys... ooh, the Umbrebind going to connect onto a couple, as we do have the Medivh dropping down at this time. Silence going to be going out as well. Root was there to zone for a few of the members. ETC going to get that stage dive in, as it looks like they want to keep engaging on this. They get the power slide through onto Bay State. Not going to be in the best spot here, as it looks like the Umbrebind pulls the Stukov in. He tries to get out there, but it will not be enough, as they get 2 kills in the situation. Diablo doesn't have enough souls, so he won't be coming back anytime soon. They left the temple in bottom act. Ooh, the protect status onto the Hanzo. Just barely getting out of there with 70-some health. Gonna get some healing from that well, but with the boss falling at this time, they look to disengage, as Electra just gets that little bit of slow. But here's the thing. Sonya's been working on this camp the entire time. They pushed that entire thing without their Sonya, who's been grabbing this camp, which creates some nice top lane pressure. They're going to be able to rotate right back onto this temple, which has about half of its shots left. They'll easily be able to grab this. This is a very, very strong game from Team Name Change. But at the same time, we did see this dominating fashion coming out from Team Name Change, and then into the late game, Luxorian Sun getting so many kills, so many good plays. So I'm interested to see how this is going to be shaping out, as we do currently have BD Buckus getting potentially caught out of position, though there isn't a whole lot of damage to finish this out as we have this stage dive in from the ETC. A couple of the members coming in for this fight as it looks like it will be breaking out. Sonya going to be popping that Wrath of Berserker. Blaze going to be dropping that bunker. It is going to be burned down right away. Umbral Bind going to be going onto a couple of these members, getting the pull. Going to get the kill onto that Diablo right away. He doesn't have stacks still. We're also going to get the kill onto the Stukov. There is a huge leyline seal, but no Diablo for any sort of apocalypse. That it's just there to just let them get out of that fight. But at this time, if I was the members of, so Team Name Change, they're going to take advantage of this and try and push up bottom a little bit more with some of these camps. Looks like they'll go ahead and grab both of the siege camps and just have those push into bottom. I mean, because it's a low keep at this time. I mean, it's less than half health. So at this time, we do have Electra versus BD Butkiss. Once again, that top lane just working on that Wrath. We do have a Swoop going ahead and getting vision for the team, as it looks like they're going to be trying to push into bottom here. They want to go ahead and get that keep value. Like, this is, they want to get these catapults in the bottom lane, because that is a huge asset for a team to be having. Stukov going to go ahead and try and use the Lurking Arm just to slow this down a little bit, get some clear onto this camp. They're opening up the side walls, just making it easier to get this engage. Maya going to go ahead and maybe dive in. No blink activated. Going to be getting onto Bay here. There's the Warden's Cage that goes around. They get the power slide onto the Diablo, setting up for a decent kill here as the Apocalypse comes out as well. They get the kill onto the Stukov with a follow-up onto Diablo. Oh my god, that portal. Swoop with just barely any health getting out of there with a last-second portal. They get the keep, and we have two temples popping up at this time as well. Sonya just going to be rotating between mid and bottom. BD Buttkiss, I think I said Beardy Buttkiss at one point. BD Buttkiss is going to be just getting all this experience for the team, pushing them further and further while the 4-man is just getting kill after kill after kill. Divine Fate going to be on this bottom. Mid lane looks like it will be helped out by the rest of the team, and as we have the entirety of Luxorian Sun back and available, it's a 4-level deficit, and it's a 2-talent tier difference as well, and they know that they can't fight this, and they have to give over 2 of these temples, and Hanzo actually going to be getting caught out of position. I apologize for missing that. Going to be getting killed. As it looks like they get that kill onto the Hanzo. Now the death timers are a little low, so they can't really rush too much. Temple going to be finishing out that one keep, but it's got to go through a gate. They'll get the gate and then maybe a little bit of that next keep, but it definitely won't be knocking it down. But this is a 12-17 game. Definitely a different matchup than we saw on Towers of Doom. This time, though, they're just trying to turtle up as best as they can and just get the clear onto these lanes. Make sure that they just get the experience they need to at least try and get to a closer talent tier as they do move on to 13s. And they're going to play this safe on the side of Team Name Change. They're going to go ahead and pick up this camp, get that just to be pushed in. The death timers, once again, are just so low that getting the kills that they have been getting, they can't really rush a core or anything because of the fact that there's the hero's already popped in the time you've rotated across the map for it. Boss, though, this is a little risky. Hanzo has started this. We do have 2 members in top lane. Divine Fate can scout this, is scouting this for the team, and it looks like they're going to just give it over. So they give over boss. Granted, there is this much to protect it. It is a about 13-minute boss, so it's going to be one of those situations where you're giving up a little bit of sieging, or just, fortification on your side. But with that, I think they're going to be pulling all the members back. They want to go ahead, grab this keep in top lane, get triple catapult pressure, and this is the big setup they need. A huge leyline seal onto 3 of the members. Apocalypse should be coming out. It's not going to be followed up. Hanzo are not going to be connecting there. There is going to be a stage dive in. Blaze is going to be falling in this battle at this time. We have the Rock going to be jumping over the wall as they start to push into the Stukov, going to be falling as well. They're going to be pushing in on this. Diablo is back. I do believe he had souls for that situation, but the Warden's Cage just come out, trying to get in onto these members. Core's falling down, and this looks like it could be game. They're not able to focus down any of the members of Team Name Change, and that's going to be game number 2 going over to Team Name Change. GG, well played. Whew. Thank you guys for so many of the follows during that game. Let me just really quickly boop, boop, boop.
You could give the best hugs.
Sorry, I'm just really quickly.
You could give the best hugs.
All right, let me jump into a channel.
You could give the
Okay,
best
thank you guys so much for all the follows. I just wanted to at least, you know, pop those out for you. Okay, let's go ahead and get that. We're going to be going ahead and just getting the member in here. Okay. Lobby 1, please. All right, so we are going to be getting Metball, I believe the captain of Team Name Change, in here in just a second. And so at this time, I need to unmute myself. All right, at this time, we are actually going to be having the captain of Team Name Change joining me here for a small little interview. Metball, how do you feel after that series, man?
Personally, I'm actually pretty proud of our team. Like, we came into this, I would like to say, as the underdogs, I guess, so to
Really?
speak. Yeah, I think so. Just because a lot of these teams, like, I know Lux was together for like more than a year, I think, at this point. And we're a new team. We picked up people recently, so maybe like 2 months or month and a half, the last player. So we really crunched down that practice time, and I think it showed for the most part.
I gotta say, so game number 1, let's talk about Towers of Doom first. Game number 1, you guys started out in a very dominating fashion. I would say it was maybe like 2 to 8 kills at very early game, and then the Malthiel, I think, started to snowball a little bit. Can you talk about what happened? It was basically that point when the boss was given over, as well as that one shrine. Can you talk a little bit about like how the comms and all of that, like how did the planning go? How are you guys trying to play that in that last little bit of the game when they kept just catching you guys out of position here and there? Maybe they caught like a kill once in a blue moon. Like, can you elaborate a little bit on that for us?
Oh yeah. So I think a lot of it just came down to like that. Most of us aren't used to like this, I guess, the high pressure situation, and it was kind of our first game, so comms were, and we were a little kind of out of it. We went into like the laning phase and the rotation phase. We took control of that just like we wanted to in the second game, and really well. The major turning point, I think, was that boss, like you said, because we controlled it really well. After the Malthael pick, it was a 5v4, so we were calling it. I had Icy Veins as Jaina with Q build, so I thought I could melt it. The only thing is, what happened is no one stood on point, which is really simple, just a minor communication, but it ended up turning the game, because what happened is we were all over the place. No one stood on point, let their holy ground kind of do their thing, and they gained their points, and then we kind of lost control from there, to be honest with you.
I mean, it happens, but I gotta say, game number 2, a 5-level deficit, a 2 talent tier different. Like, you guys came into game number 2 and just, that was insane. Like, I gotta say, like, game number 2, you guys showed a completely different play style. Is that what you guys are aiming to constantly do? Or, I mean, that was just, I gotta commend you guys, because it was just, I haven't seen such hyper aggressive play, and the way you guys did that was just, it was amazing to cast and watch. And just, if you could talk a little bit about that.
That's how we wanted to come out playing in the first game, kind of like that hyper aggressive, because we have multiple play styles as a team right now. I guess this is one of our weaker ones, I guess you could say. The hyper aggressive, kind of just rotating around, and we really just wanted to put pressure. Our main thing is we knew that they had a Medivh player, and we wanted to shut down that Medivh as fast as possible. Those stacks, because if a Medivh dies before he gets that 40 stacks, it's a whole new game. The main aggressive nature really just came out by putting pressure on him. And then after that, it was Sky Temple, so we were able just to snowball it. And once we got that one talent lead, they were kind of forced to fight on us, where we just constantly had the advantage.
Yeah, I gotta say, I mean, you guys just kept taking advantage after advantage on that game, and it was so strong, and you guys played that map so well. I mean, giving over the boss at the end of the game there, just to say, we'll grab this camp, push in, get this keep, and then end the game, and that's exactly what you guys did, and it was some really great play from, honestly, both teams. You guys, it was a literal show, and just everyone who's in Twitch chat was just going nuts back and forth during that first game, as well as this one too. It's you guys. I hope to grab some more of your games, because this was such a blast to cast between you two.
Thank you.
But before I let you go and we end this interview, any shout-outs you want to give?
I would like to thank out, first of all, the team. Everyone put a lot of practice in a small amount of time. the dedication is real. We have many players, giving up, I guess, real life scheduling for this. So thank you for the team. Thank you to you for casting this and all the effort you put in and helping set everything up. Is definitely a pleasure. And then in general, thank you for the whole Twitch chat and I guess everyone really watching this.
Yeah.
Pleasure grab everyone's attention in the future.
Well, thank you so much for the interview. This was an absolute blast, and I look forward to hopefully grabbing some more of your games in the future. You have a great night.
Too. Thank you.
All right. So I got to say, hold on really quickly. During that interview, Rachel Meow, Masutro the Angel, and Hanyu, thank you for the follows. And J. Allen, thank you for the 46 bits, man. Thank you so much. You guys, like, the support you give me, you guys blow me away. It's so uplifting. Thank you guys so much. We are currently 48 minutes away from our next matchup. I don't want to throw us on a BRB screen for that long. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to find us someone else that is currently casting or streaming or something within the Nexus Gaming series. I'm going to host them over. You guys can just keep watching more matchups between teams in the Nexus Gaming series. This was such a blast to cast. And yes, Jalen, it was a 1-to-1. Luxorian Sun took game number 1 on Towers of Doom, and Team Name Change took game number 2 on Sky Temple. They're going to both end this series with 1 point each for the Nexus Gaming Series Heroic Division. But thank you guys so much for swinging by. We'll be back in 48 minutes. If you just stay on this channel, we will host someone, and then we'll come right back. Just thank you guys so much again. If you want to follow me and know when I go live, like in about 48 minutes, I will pop a link for my Twitter into the Twitch chat, and you can follow me there. If you smash the follow button here, you'll know when I go live as well. And then I'll post a link for my YouTube page as well, where I'm uploading a few of the VODs here and there as we get into Season 4 here of the Nexus Gaming Series. Thank you guys again so much. We'll be hosting someone over in just a second. I'll see you guys in just about 48 minutes.